Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we're going to compare two mid-range phones, the Lenovo K6 Note with the Moto M. So both these phones are made by Lenovo, one under the Lenovo branding, one under the Moto branding, and both these devices are priced almost closer with the Lenovo K6 Note priced 14K while the Moto M priced 16K for the 3GB RAM variant. So in this video we'll compare these two phones and see which is a better device to buy and which offers better value for money based on these features. So let's get started with the comparison. So first up, let's see the design and build quality. So design wise, you can see both are quite good looking device out there with unibody metallic construction and feels quite a premium as well. We would say the Moto M has a slightly better design with chamfered edges, while on the Lenovo K6 Note we have a curved edge and feels quite good in hands. The material quality and build quality looks really good and premium on both the phones, but having said that, the Moto M feels slightly more premium in terms of the design, because the Lenovo K6 Note feels a lot similar to other devices in this category. So design isn't really the standout feature of the Lenovo K6 Note, while on the Moto M we would say it's quite good overall design. Now we have three capacitive touch buttons on the front panel on the Lenovo K6 Note, while we have it on the on screen on the Moto M. Now the Lenovo K6 Note has curved edges, so it feels quite good in hands, but at the same time it is slightly slippery at times. On the other hand, the Moto M has sharper and chamfered edges, which makes it which gives a good grip on the device, but with prolonged usage you might feel a bit pain in the hands because of the sharper edges. But on the whole, we would say the design of the Moto M feels slightly more premium, while the build quality looks really good on both the phones. Now let's talk about the display. So we have a 5.5 inch screen size and full HD, that is 1080p resolution display on both the phones, and the viewing angles and color quality looks really good on both the phones. Now you can see that both the phones also offer a display color option to change the display color, where you can make the display normal color or vibrant color. Now the display quality is quite good on both the phones, but we would say the brightness levels are a tad better on the Lenovo K6 Note, and the touch response feels quite good on both the phones. So there is no clear winner in terms of the display aspect on these two phones. Now let's talk about the software. So both these phones are powered by Android 6.0 Marshmallow, and they have kind of different UIs. One is the Lenovo's Vibe UI, one is Motorola's Stock UI. So let's first talk about the Vibe UI, and this is the one of the really improved UIs over time, and this comes with an app drawer, and we have also a custom quick toggle center, which is again customizable. And if you go to the settings panel, it has almost similar looks to the stock Android, and it also features some added options which includes a double tap to wake, then we also have quick snap mode, then there is cinematic theater max support along with VR support. You can see there is dual app profile, where you can run two instances of the specified app concurrently, like WhatsApp, WeChat. So these are some additional features available in the Lenovo's K6 Note, and there is also support for themes. You can get some themes. There are some wallpapers, lock screen styles called. So these are some additional options for customization, and this UI looks quite good in terms of the features being offered, and at the same time it retains almost closer look to the stock Android. Now talking about the Motorola's UI, that's the Moto M UI. This is a plain stock Android experience, and you can see there are no other apps installed apart from some of the third-party apps which include Microsoft apps like Excel, PowerPoint. Other than that, they're plain stock experience. You can also see the notifications, and it's again stock Android. And if you go to settings, no additional features or options included, just the basic UI. And if you see, there is also no Moto app included in this device because it runs a MediaTek chipset. Apart from that, both the phones come with a Dolby Atmos, so you can see there is a Dolby Atmos app on both the phones, so they are quite good in terms of the speaker performance. And if you're a person who loves music, both the devices provide really great experience. So that is the software aspect of these two phones. Now let's talk about the performance. So the Lenovo's K6 Note is powered by the Snapdragon 430 octa-core chipset, which is kind of a mid-range processor, and it is coupled with 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage. There is also a 4 GB RAM variant. Now, on the other hand, the Moto M is powered by Helio P15 octa-core chipset, which is coupled with either 3 gigs of RAM or 4 gigs of RAM, and we have 32 gigs and 64 GB storage variant available on these two phones. So that was the processor aspect. Now talking about the day-to-day experience, we would say that both the phones performed pretty well in terms of the overall experience. Multitasking was quite good and switching between apps were also quite good on both the phones. Now talking about the gaming experience, both these devices were quite average in terms of experience. We would say the Lenovo K6 Note gaming performance was slightly better than the Helio P15 powered Moto M, where the gaming experience was laggy in nature, and neither of them are really powerful chipsets and have a really great gaming experience, but then we would choose the Lenovo K6 Note in terms of the gaming experience. Now looking at the benchmark scores of these two phones, you can see that the MediaTek Helio P15 is slightly more powerful chipset than the Snapdragon 430 octa-core chipset, but nevertheless you never see a real difference in terms of the performance when using the device. Now both the phones come with a dual SIM card of 4G LTE and VoLTE support, and we also have micro SD card expansion slot. Now as I said before, there is Dolby Atmos support on both the phones, and they're really good in terms of the music experience. So apart from that, we would say the fingerprint scanner is one other aspect which is located on the rear panel on both the phones, and they are quite good in unlocking the device and does the job really well. So in terms of the software and experience, both are equally good, and neither of them are really powerful chipset, but they do the job pretty well in terms of the day-to-day experience. Now let's talk about the camera. So we have a 16 megapixel shooter on both the phones. We have dual tone dual LED flash, face detection autofocus, and a front facing 8 megapixel camera. Now talking about the camera interface, you can see both are quite decent interface, almost similar interface except for the smart composition mode on the Lenovo K6 Note, which automatically identifies the image, the light conditions, and takes the image accordingly. So apart from that, it almost just feels the same interface. You can see some added features in the Lenovo K6 interface, which includes artistic HDR and also slow motion. But apart from that, it is almost a similar interface on both the phones, and both phones can record in full HD resolution. So that is the camera interface of these two phones. Now let's talk about the camera samples. So you can see that we have taken different samples in with these two phones in different light conditions, and you could see that the Moto M has slightly better overall clarity in the photos and is our choice in terms of the camera experience. But the Lenovo K6 Note is not far behind. It also produces some really good shots, but it's kind of a above average camera. But on the other hand, the Moto M camera is definitely one of the good aspects about this device. So overall, in terms of the camera experience, we would say the Moto M is a better choice if you're looking for a really great camera experience out of your smartphone. Now selfie camera, both are equally good and does the job really well. Now finally talking about the battery performance. So we have a 4000 mAh battery on the Lenovo K6 Note, while it's a 3050 mAh battery on the Moto M with USB-C type port and fast charging. So that's an added advantage for the Moto M, but at the same time, the additional capacity battery makes the Lenovo K6 Note the better performer out of the battery experience, because you can easily get through 1.5 to 2 days of battery life on the Lenovo K6 Note, while it's almost close to 1 day or slightly above 1 day on the Moto M. So definitely in terms of the battery experience, we would choose the Lenovo K6 Note. So now we compared both these devices. So which is the better device to buy here? So both these devices have some really good aspects when you compare them, but the Lenovo K6 Note is priced almost 2K cheaper than the Moto M. So Lenovo K6 Note is definitely one good all-round device, offering above average camera performance, software is good, battery is really excellent, and pretty good build quality as well. So Lenovo K6 Note is definitely one good device to buy for 14K. Now the Moto M has good features, like it has a really good design, and the software is pretty stock, and it will be getting the Android 7.0 update, and also the camera performance looks really good. So all in all, if you're looking for camera and the software is your priority, then go for Moto M. Everything else, if you're looking for a value for money aspect, our choice would be the Lenovo K6 Note. So that was a detailed comparison of these two phones. Hope you liked this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.